is projectile motion. Before we take up this question related to projectile motion, we will take a concept example. That is using the basic theory covered in 9th class, we can answer the questions. There is a building, height of the building is 45 meters. You fire a particle with a horizontal speed u equal to 30 meter per second. What do you expect? This particle is likely to follow this path. Am I right? What you want to find out is, number one, time of flight. How much time it will take for the particle to reach the ground? That's one question. Two, range or the horizontal distance where it will hit the floor. Third part, when it hits the floor, that is the final velocity. That means magnitude as well as direction. So first part, time. One full page, rather two pages. Left page concept example, right page derivation. 2 minutes with you to find time taken by the particle. Find time taken by the particle to reach the floor. Notes बंद कर दो. If you develop concepts, you will be able to answer objective questions without application of the formula within no time. Anyone with the answer, please? How much time it will take? You're not to use any of the formula given in chapter 2D, that's the condition. You're to use your 9th class knowledge. Okay, help. See, in chapter 2D, x-axis motion or x-axis parameters are totally independent of y-axis parameter. If you think, if you drop a particle, what is its vertical velocity? 0. Horizontal velocity is 30, but initial vertical velocity is 0. For any vertical analysis, we will use this red color. For vertical analysis, y is equal to uy into t plus 1 by 2 ay t square. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Hint, apply this for this object. Whatever is its vertical part, vertical velocity, vertical component, that is same as that of this particle. Apply this formula for this red color ball. 1 minute with you. 1 minute with you. Y is equal to what? Y is equal to what? Downward, you can write it as minus 45, not a problem, but we are concerned with only magnitude. If you write this as minus 45, you will write AY is equal to minus 10. So, temporarily, let me write magnitude for convenience 45. Uy is what? 0 plus 1 by 2. Acceleration due to gravity along this direction. Vertical direction, what is the acceleration due to gravity? 9.8, but we will write 10 meter per second square. It is 10. T comes out to what? T square is 9, so T is equal to 3 seconds. First part. First part, T is equal to what? T is equal to 3 seconds. This particle takes 3 seconds. This particle will also take 3 seconds. What is the time of flight of the particle? 3 seconds. Based on your 9th class knowledge. Now, if we want to represent it as a photograph, that how it looks like. It is a photograph at t is equal to 0 second. This is a photograph at t is equal to 1 second. This is a photograph at t is equal to 2 seconds, and maybe this is the photograph at t is equal to 3 seconds. Vertical. T is equal to 0. Vertical velocity is 0. What is the acceleration along y-axis? 10 meter per second square. So that means what? After 1 second speed will be 10. After 2 seconds vertical 20. After 3 seconds vertical component will be 30. Every 1 second vertical component changes by 10. So after 1 second it will be 10. After 2 seconds it will be 20. After 3 seconds it is 30. Am I right? Vertical component is 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second, and this is 30 meter per second. What about horizontal? Yes, anyone? 30. After 1 second, horizontal. There is no acceleration along x-axis. Acceleration due to gravity is only along y-axis. That is why horizontal value remains same. 30, 30, 30, 30. So, profile is 3 seconds. This is a photograph. T is equal to horizontal is 30, vertical is 0. After 1 second, horizontal remains same because there is no acceleration along x-axis. Vertical is what? 10. After 2 seconds, horizontal 30, vertical 20. Vertical velocity changes by 10 meter per second every second. If the object is moving down, it increases by 10 meter per second in every second. If the object is moving up, it decreases by this. 1 minute to complete this. One minute to try B part, range, horizontal distance covered. 1 minute to try. Horizontal distance covered by the particle. Anyone with the answer, please? Takes no time. What is the horizontal speed? 30, 30, 30, 30. Horizontal speed remains 30. For how much time? Horizontal speed is 30 meter per second. For how much time? 3 seconds. 30 meter per second into 3 seconds comes out to what? 90 meters. But how you write is this blue color horizontal analysis. X is equal to uxt plus 1 by 2 axt square. Ux is how much? Horizontal speed initial 30. Throughout it remains 30. So 30 into time is how much? What is horizontal acceleration? 0. If there is no wind, in IIT you get questions where wind is blowing horizontally. Causes the force, causes the acceleration along x-axis also. So in that question Ax is not 0. This is why we say IIT paper is conceptual. You cannot apply a formula directly. You have to move by your basics. Here Ax is 0, correct? X is equal to 90. X means horizontal distance covered. That means R is equal to 90 meters. Second part. 1 minute to complete. Ninth class formula. Distance is equal to speed into time. That's all. If there is no acceleration, distance covered is what? Speed into time. Third part. 1 minute to try third part. Velocity. Final means what? After 3 seconds, this photograph. Yes, anyone? Final means just before hitting the floor. Yes, 30 horizontal, 30 vertical. So horizontal component will remain same like you. It is 30 I plus 30 minus j. 30 along x-axis, 30 along y-axis downwards minus. So the final velocity is 30 I minus 30 j. What is the magnitude of this? Magnitude of Vf 30 square I component square plus j component square under root comes out what? 30 root 2. It will hit at what angle? When it hits the floor, it will hit at what angle? Yes, in a triangle, this is 30, this is also 30. What about this angle theta? Theta final. Below 30, 30. Tangent theta final is equal to 30 by 30. Tangent theta final is equal to 145 degree. Theta final is equal to 45 degree. So the particle will hit the floor. Just before hitting the floor, the velocity is 30 I minus 30 j. One answer. Second answer in competition, 30 root 2. It will hit with what speed? 30 root 2. It will hit with what angle? 45 degree. 1 minute to complete. This is by a concept example that you understand what we mean by this. That means even if you don't remember a formula, you can answer it using your 9th class knowledge. Now, general. You fire a particle with what velocity? U. From a building of height h. You have to find out what time of flight t, range r, and final velocity. So right page, first part. Time of flight t. 1 minute with you to try. Find the time of flight t. Think of the concept example, how you have covered this particular question in concept example. Motion along y-axis. What was the formula written? Y is equal to uyt plus 1 by 2 ay t square. What is the velocity? It's a velocity, horizontal velocity is there, u, but vertical uy is 0. Ux is u. Horizontal velocity is there, but vertical velocity is 0. If you fire a gun like this, horizontal, then there is a horizontal, initial horizontal velocity, but initial vertical velocity is 0. Y is equal to what? H. Uy is what? 0. Plus 1 by 2. Ay, magnitude only, g, t square. T is equal to what? 2h by g. How many of you got this answer? Let's go. School work, 9th class. Those who have not done it, may 30 seconds. Now we try for the next part, range. Range is a horizontal parameter. B part, time you have solved and comes out to be 2h by g. And range, horizontal parameter, yes, for horizontal analysis x, uxt plus 1 by 2 ax t square. Apply this. Total horizontal distance covered. What is the total horizontal distance covered? R. Horizontal velocity ux, u. Time of flight t. What is acceleration along x-axis? 0. There is no acceleration along x-axis. So it is equal to what? ut. U is equal to, as it is, value given. T is equal to what? from previous article 2h by g. So range is equal to, you can use this formula if u and h is given, immediately you get the answer, but in case don't remember the formula, then immediately apply y is equal to 1 by 2 gt square, find t, u into t gives you what? Horizontal distance covered. 9th class knowledge. Now try the third part. Velocity. Range comes out to be u 2h by g and root. Write an expression for velocity. Final velocity you can say, or velocity at any instant of time t. Try velocity. Velocity, final velocity, or velocity at any time, I would say velocity at any time. Velocity v is equal to vxi plus vyj, or if you say vy is downward, we can write it to minus also. Yes, vx is equal to what? Yes, horizontal speed remains same. You can write it to like this, ux plus axt. Ax is what? 0. So horizontal speed remains same. How much? Ui. Vertical, uy minus gyt. Uy is how much? 0. I will give you time to write it, just understand what to go for. Gy means g, sorry. G into t, and this parameter is what? J. So velocity is equal to, what is the magnitude of speed? Yes, magnitude of velocity, that is speed. Component of I square plus component of j square, u square plus g square t square. Simple. T is equal to 0. This is the case. Yes, velocity is u. After 1 second, this is 30, this is 10. After 1 second, vertical component is how much? 10. After 2 seconds, vertical component is? After 3 seconds, it is 30. This component, vertical component, will change with time. Final velocity, yes. How you find final velocity? Put t is equal to capital T. Capital T is what? Total time of flight. But you can find out competition questions. What is the velocity after 1 second? 30, 10. 30i minus 10j. After 2 seconds, 30i minus 20j. After 3 seconds, 30i minus 30j. 1 minute to complete. 1 minute to complete. Horizontal component remains same. Vertical component is gt. Doubt? This one? This one? This one? Vy, V is equal to u plus at. Formula is what? V is equal to u plus at. Vy is equal to uy plus ayt. Ay is equal to what? Minus 10 minus g. 9th class formula, V is equal to u plus at. So far, we have used all the formula you have covered in 9th class. Nothing new. And the last part, D part of this is, we have to prove, D part is, we have to prove that the path followed is a parabola. That means the relationship between x and y. Write relationship between x and t. Suppose at any instant this horizontal distance covered is x, suppose, and the vertical distance covered at any instant is y. Write formula for x and y as a function of t. Try. Ninth class, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Write x as a function of t. Yes, help please. X is equal to uxt plus 1 by 2 ax t square. What you get is x is equal to, ux is what? U. Ax is equal to what? 0. So that is why what you get is x is equal to ut. Y, only magnitude. Formula, y is equal to uyt plus 1 by 2 ay t square. Y is equal to what? Uy is what? 0. There is no vertical component. Initial vertical component is 0. So this part is 0. Second part is 1 by 2. Ay is equal to what? G t square. Whenever you have to find that whether it is a straight line, whether it is a parabola, you have to find out the relationship between y and x. How? X is related to t, y is also related to t. Common parameter is time. Eliminate t from these two equations, or take value of t from equation number 1 and put this value, t is equal to x by u, put this value in this equation. Put value of t, that is x by u, from equation number 1 in equation number 2. What you get is y is equal to 1 by 2 g t square x by u. So what you get is y is equal to 1 by 2 g by u square into x square. This is a constant. Y is equal to constant into x square is the trajectory of a parabola. Y is equal to constant times x square. Now you refer to the notes. Refer to the notes. Complete it and refer to the notes. See question number 1. Now we refer to the book. Question number 1 is answered. Question number 1, we just go through. Projectile is a body thrown with some initial velocity with the horizontal direction, then allowed to move under the action of gravity alone. Its path is trajectory, and trajectory is parabola. Projectile moves under the combined effect of a uniform velocity in horizontal direction, that means x-axis analysis. There is no acceleration along the x-axis. 1. Second effect is a uniformly changing velocity, that is increasing or decreasing in the vertical direction, that means due to gravity. What is the effect? What is the acceleration along y-axis? Gravity. So, you have to apply these formulas, say s is equal to ut plus half at square twice, one for x-axis and second is for y-axis. Now we refer to the book for numerical purpose. Page number 2 by 166. Page number 2 by 166. Numerical number 1. Question is, a ball is thrown horizontally from the top of a tower with the speed 50 meter per second. That means u is given 50 meter per second. Find the velocity and position at the end of 3 seconds. When t is equal to 3 seconds, find A part, velocity, B, position. Time with you is 3 minutes. V after 3 seconds is equal to Vx plus Vy. Vx, horizontal velocity remains the same, is equal to u. Vy, uy minus gt. Why this formula? V is equal to u plus at along y-axis, uy plus ay into t. Ay is equal to what? Minus g. U is equal to how much? 50. Uy is 0. G is 10. T is 3. So what you get is 50i minus 30j. You can write its magnitude and direction. Easy. Competition. Yes. Likhna band kar do. Horizontal speed is what? 50, 50, 50, 50. Always 50. Vertical speed after 1 second 10. After 2 seconds 20. After 3 seconds 30. So horizontal remains same 50i. After 1 second, this is 10. After 2 seconds, it is 20. After 3 seconds, it is 30. Competition, you have to come out with the answer by concept, not by this procedure. Correct? Horizontal remains same. Vertical changes. How much? 10 meter per second in every 1 second. So you can find out the magnitude of V and the direction. And then you can tally. Magnitude will come out to what? You can try. Magnitude of V. Yes. Check करो box की answer है 58 meter per second. And this angle, yes, this horizontal component is 50, vertical component is 30, tangent theta is equal to 30 by 50. You can write angle also with the horizontal and with the vertical. Velocity after 3 seconds. Position, B part. What do you mean by that position? Where the particle is R, X, I plus Y minus A. In case you write minus here, then this is plus. That is why your choice. Right? If you write minus here, you will write plus here. If you write minus at this point, this is plus. So, yes, X. What is the horizontal distance covered? What is the horizontal speed? 50 meter per second. What is the horizontal distance covered in 3 seconds? 150. So, X is equal to Ux into 3. Y is equal to vertical distance covered 0 into 3 minus 1 by 2 G 3 square. Ux is how much? 50 into 3 I minus, this is 10 by 2 is 5, 3 square 9, 9 into 5 is, yes, 45. So, it is 150I minus 45J. This is what R is. Where the particle is? X is how much? 150. It is below the point of firing by what distance? 45. Answer you can see 44.1. We have taken G to be 10. In the question it is given 9.8. Nothing to worry. So in the diagram you can mark this X is equal to what? 150. Y equal to what? 45. Magnitude. Try numerical number 4. Numerical number 4. Redraw the diagram. A particle is fired, yes, horizontally. No, the particle is not fired horizontally. Question is, numerical is, a body is projected downward at an angle of 30 degree to the horizontal with a velocity of 9.8 meter per second from the top of a tower 29.4 meter high. How long will it take before striking the ground? Same question. A body is projected downward. Yes. There is a building. You fire the particle making what angle with horizontal? Yes. 30 degree. With what velocity? With the velocity u. U is given 9.8 meter per second. Theta 30 degree. So this path is likely to be of this type. Height of the building is given or not? 40? 29.4 meters. Height of the building is also given 29.4 meters. What you have to find out is how long will it take before striking the, that means time of flight. How much time it will take. Uy, this is y or h. If you think of a particle fired vertically downward with the velocity uy, it will hit the floor with after how much time? Apply along y axis. Uy in this case is not 0. Why? It is at a certain angle. It has horizontal component as well as vertical component. Initial vertical velocity is not 0. In the previous question, when you fire it horizontally, then uy was 0, ux was not 0. If you fire it at an angle, it has a ux component as well as uy component. Uy is equal to what? Anyone? This is ux. This component is uy. Uy by u. Yes, uy by u. Yes, is sine 30. So uy is equal to what? U sine 30. So the concept is formula along vertical direction y is equal to uyt plus 1 by 2 ayt square. Mark all directions downward direction, either positive or negative, your choice. Y downwards, uy downwards, ay downwards. So either mark all positive or mark all negative. Try. 2 minutes to answer. 9th class formula. Yes, y is equal to what? 29.4 downwards. So you can write plus uy is also downward. How much? Uy is equal to u sine theta. U is how much? 9.8. Sine 30 is what? 1 by 2. What you get is 4.9 meter per second. So uy is what? 4.9. Time I don't know. 1 by 2. Ay is what? 9.8 into t square. Yes, quadratic. 9.8 by 2 is what? 4.9. Is it a multiple of 4.9? Yes, 6 times. Agreed or not? If you divide the whole by 29.4 divided by 4.9, this is t plus this is also 4.9 t square. This is equal to what? 6? Approximately, yes. Comes out to what? 6? 6 is equal to t plus t square. So quadratic equation is what? T square plus t minus 6 is equal to 0. Find t. As per quadratic equation, t is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac under root divided by 2a minus 1 plus minus b square minus 4ac by 2a minus 1 plus minus comes out to what? 25? Is it so? Find the time. Yes. This negative and negative is not possible. Time is not negative. That means it is minus 1 plus 25 root by 2. 25 root is how much? Minus 1 plus 5 by 2 is equal to what? 2 seconds. So that means when you solve this quadratic, time taken is 2 seconds.